the last shows that I've seen her in, I was like, she's been holding out. She's been holding out, doing children's books. You got to get some of these grown folks. So Felicia Sherrill, I first met doing community work here in Paterson, and I just loved her automatically. And one day, I was living in Seattle at the time, but I'm born here in Paterson, so I come home, and do some things. And my brother called me at ridiculous o'clock, West Coast time. And he was really upset, He's like, Lena, that's me in the family. Lena, do you know somebody named Felicia? And I'm like, what? What's going on? What's going on? He said, because your name is in her card, an index card. And I want to know why your name is in. I said, what? He said, yes. I said, yeah, I know Felicia. She's nice. I like her. I just did something with her. That's why, and we did something with index cards. That's why you'll be in there. But why are you in her card? So they're getting married. So I get to keep her as a sister now.
That's what's
So, family, poetry lovers, my sister, Felicia Sherrill.
Day by day?
All right, all you poetry lovers, I gave you a little taste earlier, and I hope you like some of these new pieces I've been writing. As a Rosa Parks creative writing alum, I've just been writing for a very, very long time, and it wasn't until I found this organization amongst these great, great poets that I got the confidence to pull out from my old drawer all that old poetry I had been writing and actually deliver it and become a performance poet and write more. So this organization and these great artists, all of you, have really inspired me. So let's go.
All right.
Woo! Rare air. The girl you knew ain't the girl you see before you, being all magical and magnificent and majestic and fantastic and fabulous and fierce and formidable and a force and dope and super confident and capable and transformative and vulnerable and eager to love and ready to be loved and filled with light and hope and luxurious and all that stuff. Because the girl you knew ain't the girl you see before you. She loved Jay-Z. She prefers Nina Simone these days. She craves simplicity these days. It's the little things these days. She prefers water over wine. She's in bed by 9. She takes seriously her skincare. Her conversations don't include a whole lot of gossip and banter and slander. She keeps far from the spiritually corrupt, broke ties with the morally bankrupt. She's a truth teller, a generational curse slayer. Come, stand in her light. She out here shattering glass ceilings and dancing to her own tunes. She making serious boss moves. Past relationships don't destroy her. She's cool. The girl you knew ain't the girl you see before you. She can't press rewind, so she don't waste time on matters that's trivial, on petty arguments that's designed to destroy her peace or create some fake beef. She know you got receipts, but you can't change her mind about who you want her to be, because you want the old me and how I used to be. But the girl you knew ain't the girl you see before you. She takes long walks in the park now, goes to the movies alone now, stays in on Friday nights, rises early on Saturdays. She lives in gratefulness. Her pen is her most sacred thing. She's not a magician. She does less wishing, more executing, less dreaming, more gleaning. She prays, less talking, more listening, less sight, more vision. It's a difference. Then she sits in silence a bit, because if it don't reflect where she's at today, then she don't want it. I told you, the girl you knew ain't the girl you see before you. She believes in radical self-care. The best facial starts with good character. So moisturize with morality. Wash and press with new vocabulary. You can't wax my intuition, nor pedicure soak my emotional intelligence before you massage her heart manicure her mind, exercise integrity with intensity, because she is the whole vibe. Now stand in the sun with her if you dare, and breathe this rare air.
Come on, people.
That's hot off the press. And my son named it. He took a lift and left me to go play football for me. He told me I should name it Rare Air. So, being a mom, being a full-time employee, and an entrepreneur, and a community worker, and XYZ, all the hats I wear, I thought about that one Saturday morning when I wrote this. It can be overwhelming. I think many artists, many people, if you're not an artist, you may feel this way too. Bounty on my head. There's a bounty on my head. I mean, a hefty price. A cost for this oil, an expensive anointing, 2022 inflation on this calling. I could close my eyes and see where he wants me to be. I could raise my hands in response to all he has for me. I could cry out loud and thank him for the places I've yet to see. Then ask him while I sit there quietly, God, what else do you want from me? Because I've been to many places and I've seen many things. But in 93, Run DMC said, stay down with the king. Put that voice in my head. Clouds look real thick up ahead, whispering defeat to me, poisoning my faith when that ain't even how it gotta be. As a child of the Most High, I got angels surrounding me. My every move along his path is mapped out in spite of me. But this walk, so heavy, barely able to keep steady. Sometimes I think for sure I really wasn't ready. Would tuck and run if I was able, but it's that voice, his voice, it keeps drawing me back to the table. At that table where the feast is spread, the same table I feel my faith torn to shreds. That table, the table in the presence of my enemies, where I'm one decision away from hanging up my own destiny. I'm one choice away from rejecting the greatest thing that ever happened to me. Why the enemy always got it in for me? I never wanted fame or fortune, and I sure don't want infamy. Using my thoughts to taunt me like a sword or a loaded Glock. I seen it in a dream, y'all. Hell is really hot. I was standing in his crosshairs. He was ready for the kill shot. I was screaming and running from the chaos and the noise. I was ducking round corners. Then he showed up with his boys. I read that it's my destiny to survive this, though. John 10:27, if you know, then you know. My sheep hear my voice and follow me where I go. No longer do I feel guilty about this glow. Matthew 6:26, his eyes on the sparrow, so I know he watches me. The marching orders for this anointed oil assignment comes by a crushing of all these olive trees around me, a testimony of instruction for everybody coming behind me. The cost of this oil, he never promised it easy. This bounty on my head, it makes the devil real greedy. But I won't trade this anointing. Every gift placed inside me by a loving Father, the one who called me to do things greater than I imagined they'd be, to achieve things beyond my ancestors' dreams. So for this bounty on my head, I surrender, hands raised, head bowed, knees bent, debt paid. It's all above me now. Thank you.